morning, everyone. Welcome to another day of the vlog. Just walking over to the pool right now. I have a easy 1 hour long swim to do. Lots of pulling in it so that I save the legs for the main event of the day, which will be the KISS choice race. That's every Thursday. If you've been keeping up on Instagram, they're super intense races, and this week will be no different with the race being out on the UCI Richmond course. I'll be taking you through that race, and then I have a run to do afterwards. Usually the last 2 weeks that run's been very difficult, with the legs being so tired post bike, and actually last week I bonked beyond belief, just because the race was so intense. It just tanked my glycogen, and my nutrition, will get into that more, is also, I'd say, hit or miss. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Anyways, so we'll check back in on the bike. I hope you enjoy this. I'm gonna give it my all to be in that lead group, so it ends up being a good video. Not just a video of me getting absolutely slaughtered, but I'm not gonna make any promises, because this course is it's gonna be a tough course for me. It's there's very punchy little 1 minute long and then a 30-second long climb. That's kind of a little bit outside of my wheelhouse. Give it my all, and so we'll check back in on the bike. I'd just explain things a little bit. This is post, obviously, the next day, in fact, but I thought I just need to explain what happened in that video. A little bit upset, understandably so. You put in a huge amount of effort and you get DQ'd. So what happened is Zwift doesn't have a very, unfortunately, a very smart algorithm for this. So the guy who made Zwift basically set some limits on things. On Zwift, the draft is significant, and this wasn't even a double draft race, but we were flying, and you can see in the video with the sped up part, like we're pushing, I think we hit 10.5 kilometers at 12 minutes. So if you do the math on that, that means our average speed for the first 12 minutes was 52.5 kilometers per hour. And anyways, the guy who made Zwift made it so that on the Richmond course, if you break 20 minutes on the Richmond course, you're automatically disqualified because they think it's impossible to do that. Well, problem is like you saw in the message there, they say, well, looks like you missed your calling as a pro cyclist. Well, the fact is that this whole race was made up of pro cyclists. I didn't really explain this going into the race, but the KISS Community League, like I said this morning, it's the most stacked racing you're going to get on Zwift. The top 100 are all, you know, Cat 1 domestic pros of some kind. You know, Alex West, again, I also believe he put out, by the way, 404 watts for the 40 minutes there. Like I said, Lionel Vujacin's 1 minute power should be in a pro peloton somewhere, in my opinion. Just based on watching him and watching his stuff, in my opinion, he's one of the best, most dangerous riders on all of Zwift. Anyways, so the point is that we have all these pro riders in the group, and yeah, we're gonna go and we're gonna attack. And we ended up breaking 20 minutes for the lap, and we got disqualified because Zwift has a thing automatically that if you're under 20 minutes, they are going to disqualify you no matter what. And I made the lead group, and this was a course that I've been very nervous about, and I managed to stay with the lead group. And was very proud of myself when I crossed that line, thinking I got back on terms here. I haven't completely gone full on nuclear, and dismantled myself for the second lap, and I thought, yeah, I think I could do that again, and I can push harder, because that's just what happened there. So Zwift has an auto feature that if you're under 20 minutes, you automatically got disqualified. So what ended up happening there is the entire lead group got disqualified from that race, and I think KISS should be doing a makeup race of some kind and disable that feature, because it just doesn't take into account the dynamics of racing out on Zwift. And the dynamics of racing out on Zwift is simple as the draft matters, and the draft's significant, and it leads to some very fast racing, as you saw there in that video. Because of that mess up, because I didn't get my full dealing of pain today, I'm going to go over to Box Hill here on the London course. Try to motivate myself. It's going to be tough, to be honest. Do 6 minutes. A 6 minute long effort up Box Hill. And I'll try to make it surgy. So, we'll see how this goes. Obviously, I'm disappointed. Felt like I was in a good spot in the race. And it was for nothing. Anyways, I'm approaching the climb, so time to get back to work.
Feels like 100 years. My dreaming isn't gonna last. I could be better still than anything I've done. Oh, I know you think you could do too. Oh, I know you think you feel it's true. It's a little thing
Able to take the KOM down on Box Hill, went 5:57. Not sure exactly right now what my power was, but I think it was probably around 370. So above 6 once again. Probably, anyways, obviously a disappointing day, but salvaged something out of it. Now, I'll go outside and do a 10K or so, nice and easy. Hopefully I don't bonk. Sorry to be a little bit more down, but sometimes stuff happens, and you know, it's got to deal with it and move on. You got to look at positives and say, hey, set a new 6-minute power, 386 watts, and then had a long 20-minute or so meltdown and was able to come back and put together another 6-minute effort just kind of on a whim. So that's good. Happy with where the power is, and yeah, see what happens on this run. All right, well, run's done. Thought I'd just check in afterwards. I ended up pretty much bonking on the run, 25 minutes in or so, and then I went through about 10 minutes of feeling like garbage, and then I guess fat burning kicked in, and it was okay until the finish, and was actually able to get it going again. Hamstring didn't feel good, as it always does off a bike, but anyways, nonetheless, it was I think 11.3, 47 minutes, so 4:10 per kilometer. And I mean, I'll say, you know, that 4:10 per kilometer is probably worth sub 4, because for the most part I was running through, as you can see from my legs, there was only one real good stretch where it was dry, and unfortunately that was the stretch where I wasn't feeling too hot. Anyways, so right now I'm just gonna do some lifting. That'll wrap up the day. It'll probably be about 4 hours on the day. I have a phone interview after this with a team out on Zwift. I'll let you know how that goes tomorrow, I guess. It's very confusing doing this dates. I'll get used to it after a while, but for now it's a little bit confusing. Again, thanks for watching. Hit the like, subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Leave some comments. Have a good, I guess it'd be Friday night when I post this. Have a good Friday night. And I'll see ya tomorrow at 4 p.m.